we're going to look at creating questions within your Google Forms or quiz. When you're on a test form or on a form, this is my test form, it's important first that you have some sort of description that's kind of like your directions. And I could say something like, please take a few moments to take the survey below. So that's a great place to put directions for people. It's also a great place to put if you have like a resource, like a link that you want them to view first, you could put that in there as well before they take the form or quiz. Now it automatically populates questions for you. All you have to do is type in your question. So I could say, what is your favorite color? So you type your question. You can insert an image if you'd like to help support that question. And over here, you can choose what type of question you want it to be. And you can find the Google Forms question types and descriptions of each of these within the training as well on our Google Classroom. But you need to think about, well, what would be most applicable? So I could have them do a short answer and type in their favorite color, but maybe I want a multiple choice so that I am able to lock down the data. So it's important to think about, well, what data are you trying to get out of this Google form or quiz or survey, whatever you may have, and what type of question applies. So if I say multiple choice, you'll notice now it turns the options to type in into multiple choice. And so all I have to do is start typing in like green. And as you click down, the options automatically populate for you and allow you to put the answer options in. Blue, maybe purple, and so on. And it even gives you the adding an option or other. And so when you click other, it allows them to respond and type in their own response. So that's very helpful. Something else you may notice that as you hover over these answer choices, you can also insert an image. And so it doesn't have to be that they are selecting a word that's their favorite. You could also have maybe an image. So maybe if your school is changing its mascot and you wanted parents and students and teachers to vote on which one they liked best, you could insert images of those instead for them to vote on. Also, what I like about Google Forms is it's really easy to move the questions around. So as you notice, when you hover over these questions, I get those 4 arrows, and so I can move them up and down as well as the answers. I could, if I wanted green to be the second answer choice, I can click on that over there on the side and move it around as well. You also have other options down here to think about. You can duplicate the question if you want to have the same question twice and maybe just edit the text a little bit or the answer choices. You can delete the question if you don't want it. This button is very helpful. This required button is automatically turned on. That means when people go to take your Google form, it makes them answer the question before they can submit it. If it's an optional question, all you have to do is slide it off and it will let them submit the form or the quiz without answering that specific question. So it's important you ask yourself, do you want them to answer that before being able to submit, or is it an optional question? And then the skinny snowman gives you additional options as well. And so these are more deeper things that you can do that you would go over in a deeper training on Google Forms. To create another question, so it did automatically populate the first one for us, but all you have to do now is go to that plus button. And as you can see, when you push it, it gives you another blank template to go ahead and add another question. You do have other options here. You can import questions from another form or quiz you've already made, which is helpful. You can add another title or description. So maybe one section is about a topic and you've already had that title and description, but then you want to add another title and description first before they take the next part of the form. You can do that by clicking that text icon. You can insert an image so you can see it larger. So maybe you want them to look at an image and then respond to something. You could insert a video if you want them to watch a video first and then maybe check their comprehension or their understanding below it. And then also you can add a section. That, like I said, that is something more advanced. Adding sections allows you additional options within your Google form, kind of takes you to a new page. And so if that's something you're interested in, we can do some videos on that in a deeper training. Thank you so much for watching. This has been a video on how to create questions. Remember, all you have to do is click this plus button to add a question, and then you can customize it to make it your own by adding in the question, adding in options, choosing over here what type of question it is. Many options here within Google Forms. Thank you so much for watching.